Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you feel truly alive, and go do that. Because the world needs people who have come alive. This isn't just a nice quote. It's a way of thinking that can change your whole life. Too often, we ask ourselves things like, what job is safe? What career makes the most money? What does society expect from me? These aren't bad questions, but they come from fear. Fear of making mistakes, fear of not fitting in, fear of failure. But real energy, creativity, and happiness don't come from fear. They come from passion, from purpose, and from having the courage to be yourself. Think about a young woman who quits her well-paid office job to open a small bakery, just because she loves baking and the joy it brings to others. At first, people don't understand her choice. But years later, people line up at her door. Not just for the pastries, but for the warm feeling and honesty they experience there. Or imagine a man who leaves a steady job to start painting. He always wanted to paint but pushed it aside because he thought, you can't make a living doing that. But when people start to feel something deep when they look at his art, something more than just pictures is created, a connection, an emotion they didn't know they were missing. Or a teacher who doesn't just teach for a paycheck, but because she truly wants to help young people grow. Her eyes shine in front of the class. She speaks with heart. And years later, her students still remember her as the one who believed in them. These are just a few examples of people who started really living. They stopped living by what the world expects and started doing what made them feel alive inside. People like this don't change the world through perfection. They change it by showing up fully, being real, and doing what they love. In today's world, it's easy to follow the rules and forget what we really want. But that leads to burnout and unhappiness, because we end up living someone else's life instead of our own. So don't just ask what the world needs. The world needs you, not hiding, not pretending, not sacrificing who you are. Just fully alive. Ask yourself what makes your heart sing. And when you find the answer, go do that. Because the world needs more people who are truly, deeply alive. Thank you and see you soon.